Hey everyone, welcome back to Raspberry Rock. I am Russell, and today I'm going to talk to you about Rainscreen. So I'm about to start the external cladding on my cabin. I'm going for pine board and batten, and all of my research online suggests that I need some kind of Rainscreen or an air pocket between the board and batten and the house wrap. So I looked at various ways of doing it. You can do like strips of plywood, like pressure treated plywood, but you got to do like vertical and then horizontal, which didn't sound good. You can use 1x3s as well, which would probably be a little more expensive. It sounded like a lot of work, and I just didn't want to bring the siding of my cabin out that far, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I found this thing, Rainscreen, by a company called Benjamin Obdyke. And they have a few different products. This is their classic product. They're 10 classic, which means it's 10 millimeter thickness. And it's pretty easy to install. You really just staple it on. You roll it out and you staple it on. So full disclosure, they did send me 7 rolls for free, although I did have to pay for shipping because they're in the States, and then I had to pay duty on top of that as well. So there you go. Otherwise, this is not a paid promotion. But I was happy to get it for free. And they sent 7 rolls. I don't think 7 rolls is going to quite cover the entire cabin, so I may have to go to the store and buy a few more, which is fine. They had a few other products, or at least one other product. I'm not all that familiar with them. This is just the basic one. It just looks like straight up plastic in some weird design. But this is going to allow a channel between the board and batten so that not only can water run down between the board and batten and the house wrap, but it also gives it that airspace so that it can dry out as well. Now, I saw another product that they had a screen on the bottom, like a window screen type product on the bottom that hangs down, I think, 6 inches or so. And that's for installations like mine. It would have been perfect because what the screen does is it rolls underneath the cabin, and then you staple it up to the bottom of the cabin, and that stops little critters from insects from crawling up these channels and in behind your walls. I had to go find it, but about 3 rolls of window screen, probably more than I need. If I don't need a roll, I can take it back. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it into 6-inch lengths. It's 30 inches, so I'll cut it into 6-inch lengths, and along the bottom of the cabin I'll just staple it on top of this up a few inches, and then I'll wrap it around underneath and I'll staple it to the bottom of the cabin. So these were like 16 bucks a roll, I think, so not a bad option. Really easy to install. You need a stapler. You can use a stapler like this, or you can use one of those hammer staplers, and they recommend for the 10 millimeter roll, they recommend 1/2-inch staples. So I'm going to start with the easiest side of my cabin, just in case this turns out to be a real bear. I don't think it will. The whole thing is like, what, 3 feet? It's not like the 10-foot tie par that I put up there. That was a real bitch, but yeah, this shouldn't be too hard. Just kind of holding it up there. Once you get it started, you can really just run along. I'll run along the bottom, trying to keep it even with the bottom, and then kind of do the rest of it. Anyway, let's get to it. Be careful, that'll roll right down into the pond. Okay, it says to not stretch it. I'm okay with it. It is pretty stretchy, so I think you don't, even though you don't want to stretch it, you can probably make up for, like if it starts veering up or down, you can make up for it pretty easily. What did that take? 5 minutes? Not even? I think I could have got it in straighter. Wow, that is so much faster than cutting pieces of plywood or working with 1x3s, two, you know, what is the word I'm looking for? So the second row, they just say you butt up against the first row and carry on. You do not overlap is what I'm saying. Screwed up a little bit there on the this spacing, but I think it'll be okay. So I just verified it's 39 inches wide and 39.5 feet long. And interestingly, this wall is 20 feet long, so two strips would have been 40 feet, which, you know, so it should have been half a foot short at the end. It's actually a foot short. So I guess I could have stretched it out a little bit more, half a foot more over 20 feet, or 10 feet, or 20 feet, whatever. So yeah, that's not bad. It's going up pretty quick. I mean, this whole, it's going to get harder as I go up, moving the ladder around and crap, and that's never fun. One of the reasons I started on this side as well is because it's rocky here and it's uneven, but it's not nearly as bad as the other walls of the cabin. Well, this wall out here will be easy because I can stand on the deck and do it. But the other two are going to be bad, and the porch area specifically is going to be bad because the porch is there and there's all this funny crap in the way. And it won't be so hard for this. I'll just kind of keep cutting around and stapling in, but it'll be harder when I do the pine board and batten, putting that up. Anyway, I'm relatively pleased with how this is going. I have to go in and do some calculations. Originally I thought it was supposed to be 150 square feet that one roll would cover. But I guess I was looking at the 6 mil, not the 10 mil. That's my guess. I haven't looked at the specs just yet. So I'm going to have to go and figure out 7 rolls times 125 square feet. I thought I needed 10 rolls at 150 square feet. So I might be way short. I may have like half what I need, which would be a real pain, having to go out and buy this stuff now. But we'll go see. So I'm going to take a shot at cutting a 6-inch strip off of this. I don't know how that'll work because, I mean, there's 30 feet of this thing. It sort of makes sense if I could cut off 5 strips at once. And as I said earlier, this is just window screen. The same kind of screen you have in your windows. You can buy a replacement screen if you ever break yours, or you can use it for other things. I should measure off 6 inches though. Inches is probably way more than I need, actually. Oh well, we'll try 6. Try and make it straight. It's sort of straight, but I don't know. I forget if I said how long this was at the beginning of the video. It's about 7 feet long, a little longer than 7 feet. And if I get 30 inches, if I get 5 strips of 6 inches, then that's 30 feet. Is that right? No, 7. 7 times 5. 35 feet. Anyway, this wall is 20 feet, so this is only going to be 7 feet of that. But I just wanted to try it anyway, and it doesn't matter how straight you go because it's going to be hidden underneath the board and batten, and it's going to be hidden by stapling up underneath anyway, so not a big deal. And this is kind of, at 7 feet, it's a nice manageable strip size. Let's try it. Alrighty. So, I guess I've got two 2x8s here. That's my end. So I really don't need it very much underneath. I cut this to 6 inches. I could probably have gotten away with like 4 inches or so. I'd like to introduce Junebug, the star of the show. She didn't like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna go along the top, I guess, and then do the bottom. I kind of feel there should be a lot more staples in this spot underneath, because you don't want the bugs to kind of crawl under and then up. I'm not putting the staples in very well. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't putting the staples in very well there. You really gotta have your, like, the end of your stapler flat against the wood. Otherwise they go in crooked, or not at all. There's no way to completely close it off, unfortunately. Like, bugs can still get around the screen. Hello, Willow. Let me introduce Willow. And let me reintroduce Junebug. Okay. That would be a bit annoying. Just kind of crawling underneath on my backside, stapling it up there. This side, I don't think I need nearly as many staples. The boards are going to hold it in place. So the last thing I'm going to do is just trim around the window here. I'm just using ordinary scissors, like kitchen scissors. Nothing special. I'm going to try and make it so that it kind of goes into the groove. Everything here is flashed properly. The house wrap comes in, the tape goes over top, the tape overlaps. So if water gets in behind here, everything's going to be fine. My framing is going to come up to the sides of the window and then get caulked in. And that fits nicely in the channel. Cut it up a bit too high. There we go. Another staple here somewhere. More staples. Note: clean out your windows before you install this. Grab a broom and sweep them. I really wanted to get this window cut out because I don't want to be staring at yellow when I'm making my steak and potatoes for dinner. You know what I'm saying? So very interesting product. You can kind of see the grooves, the channels that it makes. Neat. I think one thing I'll have to be careful in is how tight I attach my board and batten on top of that, because you don't want to flatten it right out, and I plan to use screws on mine. So I'll have to be pretty careful about that. I have to kind of look out and maybe talk to the company again about how I make sure that I don't flatten that right out. Interesting product. So obviously the two big things, the two big pluses for me about this product are going to be, one, the installation time. This goes up really quick. Just run along there with a stapler. And the second thing, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but I live about 3 kilometers from the road, so, and I bring everything you see here came in by ATV, so obviously bringing in a lot of 1x3 strips or plywood to cut into strips would have been many trips, where this is just one quick trip. I got all 7 rolls in the trailer. I could have got a lot more. I could have got 10 rolls or 12 rolls. And by the way, I did do the math again. Each roll is 125 square feet. There's 7 rolls. I figure I have about 1,200 square feet to cover, so I'm going to be short about 3 rolls. And I did a quick look online. I'm not sure if I can source the 10 mil Classic anywhere around. I can find the 6 mil, but now that I've got the 10 mil on parts of my cabin, can I switch to 6? I don't know. Again, I'll have to contact them. So, pretty neat product. That's going to be it for this video. I will do another video when I get my board and batten. I wish I could have shown you some of the board and batten going up, but I am probably a couple of weeks away from getting that and getting it prepared, getting it stained and prepared for actual installation. And I want to continue on this. So, there she comes. You want some camera time? Willow, 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 willow. So I don't have a price for you for this. You have to look around for stores in your area that carry it. Fly. Here in Canada, Home Hardware carries it. At least I saw the 6 mil Classic on their website. I think you might have to order it in. I didn't see it on Home Depot's website. But if you go to benjaminobdyke.com, I'll put the link in the description. On their website, they do have a store locator, I believe, so you can check that out. If not, you can just contact them and ask. Or just do an online search or whatever and find it. And there you go. And look for video updates where I will continue to install this and put in my board and batten and crap. And etc. etc. You know what? This will be perfect. I can, that little space there, that 1 foot space that's left. This is a little bit more than 2 feet, so I can cut that in half and ding ding right there and fill that up. Yeah. Nice. Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. If you enjoy our videos and if you like the view, please subscribe and click that like button and all that crazy crap. And for now, peace out.